He's in South Carolina. Troy, you're on Free Talk Live.
Yeah, I had a question. What is the financial side of the business in Colorado in the last 2 years, like it's saying dispensary? What's their financial growth? What are the kind of numbers if you could tell me?
I have not looked at the numbers in a few months, but the growth was pretty tremendous when we looked. I think it was probably around April, May range. We did get kind of a recap on the first 3 months of the year, and there was steady growth.
It has to be pretty good because there are people now going to Colorado specifically for the purpose of smoking marijuana.
Pot tourism, as it's called. They had the pot. There was like a lady who you could hire a limousine to take you around, and they literally have pot tours where you go kind of like a pub crawl, except you go to the different dispensaries. You get in the limo and you smoke up in the limo on the way to the next dispensary. So, yeah, there's all kinds of neat things that are cropping up. Different jobs are being created, obviously, to create this marijuana industry. Everything from, the dispensary barista, for lack of a better term, the person serving you the marijuana, to the people who are clipping the plants and doing the kind of the labor, the hard labor of the growing, to the distribution chain, and the like I said, this lady with the limousine tours, to the kind of the weird stuff that's on the periphery. There's all kinds of jobs being created out there, so it's an exciting time, and dispensaries are popping up. Troy, anything else you want to share?
That's it. Basically, I've listened to the show, and it kind of hits. I'm just curious about the numbers, especially with the debt. Each state, if you see the revenue, you can tax this stuff in each state and maybe bring our country out of debt a little bit. But like you said earlier, the politicians and other organizations have been paying people to fight this law, to make it legal, just cause the money, the revenue, like the private sector jails and stuff like that. I think that's just crazy.
Yeah, I think that it's a selling point when you talk to people who are sort of uninformed on the subject, to use, the taxation angle. I think that that's fine but from my standpoint, I don't think it really makes a difference because the politicians are getting the percentage of your income that you're willing to give up to them before you pick up a pitchfork and a torch. Hopefully, what their job is to take as much of your money without you complaining about it enough, without you being willing to do something about it. Mm-hmm. That's what their job is. They're supposed to steal just enough and tell enough stories about why it's a good idea they steal from you. So this is just sort of an excuse. They're never going to manage their money properly because they never have managed their money properly. It's not their money. There isn't one day in U.S. history where the debt has been paid off. Under Andrew Jackson, and I think he was the 9th president. Somebody's going to get me for this because he was probably the 8th. But it was down to 5 digits. But this guy is the one who got rid of the Second National Bank. So, now with the Federal Reserve has been in place for more than 100 years, and the currency is basically a debt currency based on the value of your labor. That's what it is. It's a slave note. There is no reason to pay off the debt. Paying off the debt is counterproductive to what bankers and politicians want.
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.